Oh, it feels great. I feel like I've been overusing the word I'm excited, or the phrase I'm excited in the last 24 hours because that's the best way I can describe it. I just couldn't be more thrilled to be here, to be a part of the board, to be part of this club. I got to experience my first Port Adelaide game on the weekend and got full body goosebumps singing Never Tear Us Apart with 44,000 Port Adelaide fans. And I love singing that team song, and I'm hoping we're going to get to do a lot more of that in 2016.
And tell us, what attracted you to the club? Because you've mentioned already a few times that there was a lot of things that you really liked about our club.
Yeah, well, I think it's that interesting one. When David approached me, as much as the club do their process to check you're the right fit for them, similarly, I want to make sure with anything I ever do that I'm 2 feet in, and particularly in a football sense, capable of bleeding for the team that you're supporting and you're getting involved with. And for me, I think there's such an incredible history to this club. The fact that it's grown out of community SANFL footy, that's really brought the community and its fan base with it. This appetite and hunger to disrupt the game, on field and off field, to be industry leading, to be world leading in the way that we do things, that's awesome. This mentality here of the real challenger, I love. And I'm excited by the ambition we've got for where we want to take the game.
And tell us what you see yourself bringing to the club's board.
Yeah, well, David and I, when we sat down, I think one of the really exciting things that Port Adelaide are focused on is how do we take the game to a new generation of fans. We've got really young community, we've got a whole new swathe of young people just entering into the Australian football scene. How do we make sure Port Adelaide's their club? How do we get women more engaged in the game? We've got obviously the AFL opening up the Women's League, but just more broadly in membership, in viewership. So I think from my end, that's a lot of my background and what I've worked in, and I'm really excited about contributing to that. I think the other thing David made me promise is, he said, never stop challenging the way that we do everything. I was thinking, geez, what a brief, to get the opportunity to be involved in a club like this and constructively just go, how do we do it better? How do we do it bigger? And how do we, the whole time, make sure we stay true to the values and bring our people with us?
And just a final one, can you just give us a quick rundown about yourself and what your background is and what your current job is, and just anything else about yourself that you think our supporters would like to know?
Sure, and I look forward to getting to know the supporters over the course of the season. Please come say hey if you're at games and want to have a chat. So my background, I'm born and bred in Western Australia, lived in Melbourne for 2 years now. Commercial background, working in large-scale change and transformation, first for the CEO of Rio Tinto, then for the CEO of the wealth business at National Australia Bank. A lot of my work's in the non-profit space and also, I guess, in key advocacy roles. So Prime Minister appointed me to lead the Youth Summit for the G20 in 2014. And I had this incredible year representing 1.5 billion young people across the world and leading the summit that was the first ever to get world leaders like Barack Obama and Vladimir Putin to agree to a youth agenda and to commit to outcomes for young people around youth unemployment, which was an incredible journey. And nowadays I run my own business. So I've got a company called Emergent Solutions, and we work in intergenerational leadership and culture and public policy outcomes, government, corporate and non-profit clients right around the world.
And so the last one was the final one. This is the final one.
Yep.
Footy, you're a massive footy fan?
Die hard. I'm the sort of person that if I can be watching 6 games of football a weekend, I'm happy. I played, as an Oz kicker growing up, and actually it's funny, in the final year Mick Malthouse was coaching in the West, I lived down the road from him and I was the little upstart of a 10-year-old that would go out when he was walking his dog and chat to him about how he'd coached on the weekend. So when he left WA, my friends blamed me for being responsible for that. So look, I love football and I'm really thrilled to be able to be in a capacity to contribute to the game at large as well.
Brilliant.